Hello and welcome everyone. My name is Sally Pinto and I'm from the Yonkers Newark neighborhood naturally occurring retirement community. We launched back in January of 2020 and we're here to serve seniors 60 plus in Northeast Yonkers. We have lots of fun programs and activities, and we also have a lot of resources for you as well. Our programs include meditation chair yoga, body mind fitness, bingo, and any other programs that you might be interested, like arts and gardening. We have our resource specialist, Alexa Smith, who can help you with finding services and activities out there for you, as well as our nurse, Barbara Simone, who can help answer your health-related questions. We're here for you, we're here for our community, and we look forward to seeing you in our programs. Enjoy.
Hello, everybody. I'm Alexa Smith, the resource specialist with the Yonkers Newark. I'm here to help with application assistance, referrals for home delivered meals, and transportation services will be coming soon. We also offer Zoom activities and Zoom programs. And if you have any other questions or concerns, I'm here to help. Thank you so much and enjoy the program.
Welcome. I'm Barbara Simone, registered nurse. I recently retired from Westchester County's Health Department as a public health nurse. I am now here to try to assist you with any medical or preventive care issues. Enjoy this program, and I'm looking forward to working with you.
Hello, everybody. Good morning. So spring is in the air, and because of that, the flowers are going to start blooming, and we need to get out there and start picking out those weeds and tending to the garden. And so I was doing a lot of research in terms of gardening and what exercises would benefit those of us who get out there and participate in gardening. And I came across a fun fact, actually. The CDC, the Center for Disease Control and Prevention, actually regard gardening as an exercise. And they put actually an average of 3, if you get out there and you do partake in some gardening, they figure you burn about 300 calories. So I thought that was a pretty fun fact, that it's actually regarded as an exercise. So what we're gonna do today is I found a bunch of different exercises that we can combine, and I looked into a little bit more of what it would mimic. I kind of want to tie the exercise to specific movements, to specific actions, activities that we do while we are in the garden, are in the garden doing the gardening. So I'm just going to run through the list. Actually, what we're going to do is we're going to do a warm-up, and the warm-up is going to be, you know, if you guys have been with me for the last couple of sessions, the warm-ups are going to be pretty consistent. It's really about the stretching and kind of getting a little bit of flexibility going on. But the actual activities, we're going to be doing a dumbbell deadlifts. And what the dumbbell deadlift, or we could just do non-weighted deadlifts, but you know, the more weight we put on it, the more realistic it becomes, because the deadlift in and of itself mimics bending over to pull out weeds, lift a rock, or pick up a bag of compost. Anytime you bend over to pick something up, you're performing a deadlift. So that's why we're going to put that as part of our workout. The next movement we're going to do is a front-loaded squats. Front-loaded squats mimics carrying a bag of compost, soil, rocks, or the kids that are in front of you. Strengthens your butt, your thighs, and your entire core. Also, what we're going to be doing is what's called a farmer's carry, or farmer carry. So if you've ever walked around with shopping bags in each of your hands, that's basically what's called a farmer carry. It mimics carrying buckets of water, compost, soil. Let's see, what the point is of the farmer carry, it tightens up your abdominal, it engages your whole core. It keeps that stability going on, yeah? And also the hand and your legs and all the rest of it. And then the next exercise we're going to be doing is a diagonal wood chop. Now the diagonal wood chop mimics chopping logs or rotating to weed, pulling and reaching items in the garden overhead, hammering of posts and tree stakes, The Woodchuck is great all-around exercise because it incorporates both strength and stability work. It strengthens the entire abdominal girdle, arms, back stabilizers, which means less fatigue and back pain after a long day of working in the yard. All right, and then the next movement is going to be the push-up, or we're going to do an isometric variation of it. So the push-up helps in mimicking pushing wheelbarrow loads, pushing mowers through the garden. Push-ups work your entire upper body, including your chest, arms, and core. Strength in pushing is important to gardeners because we always need to push something around the yard: compost, yard waste containers, lawn mowers, etc. All right. And next one we're going to be doing is the Renegade Rows. Renegade Rows are mimic raking, pulling out well-rooted weeds, starting gas lawnmowers. Rows are sort of like inverse push-ups. Everything a push-up does for your chest and pushing ability, rows do for your back and pulling ability. And lastly, we're going to be doing walking lunges. Mimics weeding, the motion you use to get down on one knee, to propose, tie a shoelace, or pull a weed is a lunge. Lunges work your butt, your thighs like nothing else, and are great for balance and stabilizer training. So those are going to be the 7 movements that we're going to be doing in our routine. We're going to stack them so that we do 10 reps of each, and then we're going to be going for multiple rounds. Let's see how many rounds we can get within a reasonable time frame. I'm going to shoot for maybe at least 5 rounds. Let's see how we go in terms of time. So for those of us, I know that there might be some concerns about getting on the floor. So we might not actually, a lot of us might not be able to participate in the Renegade Rows. Because the Renegade Row, I know maybe some of you aren't familiar with what it is. This is what it looks like. It goes from a plank, you see me, from a plank position, and ideally we would have a weight, a dumbbell, and we would be pulling just like this. This helps our core and our back because of the pulling motion, but it's very important for our stabilizer, stabilizing our core. So those of us that can participate, that'd be great. Otherwise, I would just say just stay into the plank. Z, is that okay? Do people need an alternative exercise? Because I know there's been concerns about people not being able to get on the floor. All right, well, let's just run with it. And if people need to skip that exercise, like Z said, know your limits, figure out what you can do as an alternative, or just take a break when we're working on that exercise. All right, so for the warm-up, we're gonna do 5 minutes of, remember, head, shoulders, knees, and toes. We're gonna be doing sky, abs, toes. We're gonna be doing these 4 counts. Yeah, we're gonna be doing these for 5 minutes. We're gonna do 10 reps of each for that. And then we're also gonna be doing, my favorite is the standing knee up, where I stand up, focus on the balance. I pick up my right knee, I turn to my right. Now we start warming up that whole core area. So that standing knee up, I'm pick up my right knee, twist to my right, pick up my left knee, twist to my left, okay? So we're gonna be doing 10 and 10 for 5 minutes as a warm up, all right? So first is gonna be the sky, ab, toes, 4 count. So up, sky, ab, toes, abs. And when we do the bottom, what I'm trying to do is trying to work the flexibility. So I don't want too much of a bend in the knees. Depending on how flexible you guys are, I bend my knees a little bit. Yeah, trying to keep my back as straight as possible. So that's important. So once again, sky, ab, toes, 1, sky, ab, toes, 2, sky, ab, toes, 3, sky, ab, toes, 4, sky, ab, toes, 5, sky, ab, toes, 6, sky, ab, toes, 7, sky, ab, toes, 8, sky, 9, sky, toes, 10, sky, toes. All right, that was 10. So now we're going to do the standing knee ups. Now I'm starting with my right knee up, 1, left knee up, twist to my left, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, back to the sky at toes. 1, sky at toes. 2, sky at toes. 3, sky at toes. 4, sky at toes. 5, sky at toes. 6, sky at toes. 7, sky at toes. 8, sky at toes. 9, sky at toes. And 10. All right, back to the knee ups. Right to the right, left knee, twist to the left. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, minute and a half left. Back to the sky ab toes. Sky ab toes. Sky ab toes. 3, sky toes. 4, sky toes. 5, sky ab toes. 6, sky ab toes. 7, sky ab toes. 8, sky ab toes. 9, sky ab toes. 10. 1 minute left. Knee up, knee to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 10. 10 seconds left. Let's get a couple more of the sky ab toes. 2, 3. All right. Nice. A little bit looser. Feeling good. Ready to get into the first workout movement, which is the dumbbell deadlift. Now, if you guys don't have dumbbells at home, you can use things like gallons of milk, for example, or gallons of water if you guys have gallons of water like Poland Springs or something like that. The dumbbell deadlifts, again, mimic the activity in gardening, like dropping to pick up weeds, pick up rocks, and do all the rest of it. So what we're gonna do here is the same movement when we were doing the sky ab toes is it's very important to keep that lower back straight, yeah? And so when we get down for the deadlift, we want to hinge at the hips and come down with that lower back straight. And we want to push through our heels and pick up the weight with our legs, which by extension actually strengthens up our back. So if you guys have weights, great. If you guys don't have weights but have something else that you can use, that you can use in place, even better. Right now I'm going to be using these dumbbells that I have at the gym. So I'm going to do 10 of these. So I'm going to do it, let me do them sideways so you guys can see. All right, so coming down, hinging at the hips, picking it up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, good work, everybody. All right. So again, now what we're going to work, the next movement is the front-loaded squat. So very similar to this motion, as if you guys have, again, also, if you guys have like a gallon of milk or something like that, you can hold it this way. And what we're going to be doing is we're going to be dropping into a squat, yeah? So as opposed to the deadlift, which is pulling up off the ground, of like a dead weight, we're going to be dropping in this motion. So one of the ways that you can do it, if you have an alternative, if you have a heavy dumbbell, we can do sumo squats, where you can hold them like this and drop into the squat like this. So that's what I'm going to do. Yeah. If you have two dumbbells, you can drop into a squat like this, but I'm just going to drop into a sumo squat. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, great. Now, the next exercise is very difficult to do without any assisted weight. In this case, we would definitely need some sort of weight, which is the farmer carry, right? The farmer carry is just like this. Basically, hold something heavy and you basically just walk around. So I'm going to take 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 5, 1, 2, 3, 6, 1, 2, 3, 7, 1, 2, 3, 8, 1, 2, 3, 8, 1, 2, 3, 9, 1, 2, 3, 9, 1, 2, 3, 10, 1, 2, 3, 10. All right. Okay. Now comes the diagonal wood chop. Now, the diagonal wood chop, this is the motion. So we're going to drop into a little bit of a squat, starting from a neutral position, squared up as we say. We're going to come down with our lower back straight, and we're going to rotate in a diagonal motion to my left side to start. We're gonna do 5 and 5. So I'm gonna drop down. There's gonna be a little bit of a squat. I'm gonna keep my lower back straight. And right when I come back, depends on your level of flexibility, right where my hand passes my kneecap, I'm gonna feel all the tension in my lower back, all the tension in my core. Then I'm gonna come up all the way to the opposite side diagonal, lifting my hand up over my head. That's 1. Come back down. 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's do 5 more on this side, then we'll switch over to 10 on the other side. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Excellent. Now going over to the other side. So bending down to my right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Woo! All right, excellent work, everybody. So now the next movement is the push-up. Now we're gonna go for 10 push-ups. For those of us that have issues getting on the floor or aren't very confident in the push-up, the isometric alternative is getting into that praying style position, pushing the palms of our hands against each other. Push as hard as you can and hold that for a good 20 seconds. Push, 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 push. You're gonna feel that whole upper body, the whole shoulders, all of the chest engage very similarly as if you guys were doing the push-ups, all right? So for those of us who can do push-ups, we're on the floor. And begin. Oh, one thing that I do want to say about the push-up, I prefer doing tricep push-ups. They're called tricep push-ups or military style push-ups. I don't like flailing my elbows out when I'm doing push-ups because that puts a lot of stress on my shoulders. And I do a lot of high rep calisthenics. I like the military style push-up, triceps push-ups, keeping the elbows in because it engages the chest, the shoulders, and the triceps. Here, you get tired very easily. And I think it stresses out the shoulders a little bit too much. So when you see me doing my push-ups, you're gonna see me doing my elbows in. All right, here we go. Starting with 10. Down. 1, 2, down. 3, down. 4, down. 5, down. 6, down. 7, down. 8, down. 9, down. 10, down. All right. Give a couple of seconds for those of us who are still working on that isometric push-up alternative. Push, 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 push. Counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's a wonderful. It's funny because, you know, we wouldn't think that this is good enough or equally as effective in building chest strength, but isometric, there's wonderful science proving that isometric exercises are very effective in building strength. Because if you think about it, it's like we're pushing the heaviest thing possible, almost like a very, very heavy load, and we're challenging the body to push that heavy load, and so that's what isometrics are all about. All right. From there, now we're going to do the Renegade Rows. The Renegade Rows are tough. The Renegade Rows are tough. Now, I don't have an assortment of weights here at the gym, so these are 20-pound dumbbells. If we had, I would recommend something like maybe 10-pound dumbbells for those of us who are just getting into a routine. So the Renegade Rows, as I showed at the beginning of the video, at the beginning of the Zoom, is we're gonna start off in a push-up position and we're gonna lift those up. We're gonna work our core stabilizers, keeping our feet, we want our feet to be a little bit wide, around shoulder width wide a little bit more. And we're gonna work our stabilizers and we're gonna lean over to one side and pull up. 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, 6, 6, 7, 7, 8, 8, 9, 9, 10, and 10. All right. Woo. Those are no joke. All right. Now, the last movement for this round, I'm gonna try to get to 2 more rounds, get a good 3 rounds in, is the walking lunge. Now, the walking lunge, we could either, if we have space, I like to do 2 steps forward, 1 step back, if we have a long length, but assuming that we're all kind of like in the living room right now, we're in an office space, we don't have a lot of room to walk around, we're just gonna do the reverse lunge, which is just as effective. So we're gonna stay in place. I like the reverse lunge a little bit better than the forward lunge. The forward lunge is very good, but it's very easy to make a mistake on it. And what I mean is in the forward lunge, it's very easy to kind of take a step forward and lean forward in a way that makes our knees pass our toes, putting a lot of pressure on our kneecap. The reverse lunge, it's a lot easier for us to be mindful of our position, of where our knee is relative to our toes. And I think we keep better form that way. So that's why I'm a proponent. That's why I like the reverse lunge more than the forward lunge. All right, so from here, we're gonna do 10 on each leg. So I'm kicking my right leg back. 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, 6, 6, 7, 7, 8, 8, 9, 9, 10, 10. All right, good work. Back to the top. Dumbbell deadlifts. All righty. Whew. If you guys need to take a drink of water, that might be a good idea. Let's take a second. Find some water. Right now I'm drinking black tea with lemon, a little bit of ginger that I prepared last night, and raw honey, delicious. All right, let's go. All right, so everybody ready? Give a couple minutes, go a couple seconds rather. I'll take another sip of this tea, it's so good. All right, let's get back into it in 3, 2, 1. Dumbbell deadlifts, here we go. Keeping that back straight, hinging at the hips, yeah? Picking up that weight with the legs, not with your back, yeah? The legs, not with your back. That's what that means. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay. Front loaded squats. All right, so from the front squat, we don't need any weights, but we're gonna do, since I have dumbbells here, I'm gonna do a sumo squat like I did last time. It means I'm gonna let the weight hang in the middle of my body here, and I'm gonna pull them up. But if we don't have any weights, that's fine. You could just do your squats like normal. All right, here we go. Keeping that weight here, right in front of me, center. Feet more than shoulder widths apart. If you have kind of really issues with your knees a little bit, if you point your toes out and get your knees to point out, it relieves some of the pressure off of your knees a little bit. There we go. Up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. Whew. All right. Now moving on to the farmer carry. All right, guys. Picking up these weights. Walking around basically is walking around with some weights, holding on to some weights. That's basically what it boils down to. 1, 2, 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 1, 2, 3, 10. All right. Sorry if I went blank, I had an incoming call. So, all right, so we completed the farmer carry. Now we're going to the diagonal wood chops. Okay, we're gonna go 10 on each side. I started off with the left side last time, now I'm gonna start off on the right side. So again, we're gonna go into a little bit of a squat, diagonal, keeping my back straight, hinging at the hips, starting off to the right. Once my wrists, my hands pass my right knee, I start standing up, push my hands, pull my hands over my head towards my left side of my body. That's 1, back down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. Now starting on my left side, down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right. These exercises are no joke. They start adding up, start breathing a little harder, start getting that heart rate up. That's what this is all about. Building up that endurance, becoming fatigue resistance. That's it. Staying ready so we don't have to get ready, all right? So if we keep this in mind during the winter, when springtime comes around and gardening season comes around, we're ready to hit it. All right, so now next movement is the push-up. All right, again, the isometric alternative, hands together, keep your forearms parallel to the ground, And push as hard as you can. Push, 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 push. Keep that for 20 seconds. For those of us that are able to get on the floor, let's get into push-ups. All right, here we go. Down. 1, down. 2, down. 3, down. 4, down. 5, down. 6, down. 7, down. 8, down. 9, down. 10. All right. Well done, well done, well done, everybody. All right. Next exercise is going to be the Renegade Rose. I'm not going to lie to you, I don't like these very much. Very uncomfortable. Very uncomfortable. These things are very taxing. But we do them anyway. We do these things because they're hard. All right, here we go. From that push-up position, feet a little bit more than shoulder width apart, and we start pulling. 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, 6, 6, 7, 7, 8, 9, 9, 10, 10. All right. Okay. And the last movement for round 2 is the reverse lunges. All right. So I'm going to stand sideways so you guys can see. All right, here we go. I'm starting with my left leg. I'm kicking my left leg back. 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, 6, 6, 7, 7, 8, 8, 9, 9, 10, 10. All right, everybody, round 2 in the books. Well done. All right. Grab a sip of water, and we will get into the last round, round 3. All right. All right, so that routine has my heart rate going. Breathing pretty hard. That means it's working. That means it's doing what it does. All right, now let's get into the dumbbell deadlifts. All right, folks. I don't know who said it, but it's not how we start, it's how we finish, okay? So let's keep that intensity up. Let's keep that momentum going. All right, here we go with the dumbbell deadlifts. Remember, hinging at the hips, picking up with our legs, not with our backs, keeping our back straight. So I'm gonna bend, I'm gonna start hinging at the hips, sitting back, going for the weight, grabbing it, and once I touch it, pick up with the legs. All right. 1. That's 2. That's 3. That's 4. That's 5. That's 6. That's 7. That's 8. That's 9. And 10. All right. Front squats. Again, since I have the dumbbell, I'm going to do sumo style squats. If you don't have a dumbbell, then just do the regular front squats. I have the dumbbell, so I'm going to do what's called sumo style squats. Here we go, down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right. All right. So now the next movement is the farmer carry. All right. Hold something heavy in each arm, something of equal weight in each hand, and basically just start walking around. So I'm taking 3 steps forward. 1, 2, 3, and then 3 steps back. 1, 2, 3, and that's 1. 1, 2, 3. 1, 1, 2, 3, and that's 2. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. That's 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. That's 5. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. That's 6. I'm gonna skip 1, 2, 3, 7. 1, 2, 3, 7. 1, 2, 3, 8. 1, 2, 3, 8. 1, 2, 3, 9. 1, 2, 3, 9. 1, 2, 3, 10. And let's do one more because I think I messed up the count. One more. 1, 2, 3, 10, and 1, 2, 3, an extra one for good measure. All right, great, perfect. Okay, now, wonderful. Now the diagonal wood chops. All right, here we go. Starting off with the left, hinging at the hips, getting into a squat. 1. Make sure you get those hands. Reach up over your head. That's 3. Get that stretch, get that reach, get that whole core engaged on the up. 5. It's not just about the down, it's the up. 7. Get that whole lower back and abs engaged and that reach up. 9 and 10. Wonderful. Whew. All right, starting out to my right. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Reach, twist. 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, everybody. Whew, I felt those in my shoulders this time around. Okay, next movement are the push-ups. Okay, wonderful. So, again, the alternative, the isometric alternative, palms together, forearms parallel to the ground, and push, squeeze as hard as you can. Keep that in for 20 seconds. Push, 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 push. For those of us that are able to get on the floor, let's do some push-ups. 1, down, 2, down, 3, down, 4, down, 5, down, 6, down, 7, down, 8, down, 9, down, 10, down. That was the last one. Extra for good measure. All right. Well done, well done. Okay, next exercise. Again, not my favorite, the Renegade Rose. Let's get them done. None of these are fun per se. They are all pull us out of our comfort zone, but that's where growth happens. Growth happens out of our comfort zone. Nothing good happens in our comfort zone. So we do what needs to be done. Let's go with the Renegade Rose. All right, one, two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 10. All right. Oh, my goodness. All right. And the last movement for round number 3 are the reverse lunges. So here we go. Kicking my right leg back. One. Make sure to kick that back leg back enough, far enough so that front knee is behind your toes. 4. Notice here, what I mean are the knee behind your toes. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Woo! All right, everybody. And that concludes round number 3. The wonderful thing about these exercises is if you add a little bit more intensity, it becomes a cardiovascular type of thing as well, right? So if you push a little bit faster, if you load them up, you want to do 3 rounds, 5 rounds, 7 rounds of these exercises, and then it becomes very much a calorie burner, a fat burner, not only a strength builder and a strength stabilizer. So by all means, once you start getting comfortable with the routines, push yourself, get after them a little faster, get after them a little bit more intense. And instead of doing 3 rounds, do 5 rounds. Yeah. And then once you start getting comfortable with those, start doing 7 rounds. And before you know it, you're going to be able to do 30 minutes, 45 minutes straight. And you're not going to be as winded, and you're going to feel the benefits of it when you're out there gardening and doing all the rest of it, enjoying the sun. Yeah. But yeah, happy to have been with you today.
Ginger.
Hi, Ginger.
Hello. Those Renegade Rows are not something that's in my ability to do. Can you give an alternative? I mean, I was sitting on my chair kind of doing rows, just pulling back with light weights. Can you give an alternative to that?
Yeah. If you have those, what would you call it? Those workout bands?
Yes.
Those elastic bands. Yeah. Tie them from a chair, tie them to a doorknob. Yeah. And from a chair, just pull them. Yeah. Because you need some sort of resistance. You need a counterweight to be able to kind of get the full benefit of that. Yeah. And to be able to kind of transfer that out to gardening. So tying those elastic bands to a doorknob and pulling from a chair would be just as good.
All right. Thank you.
Sure.
So I opened up the chat, but in private chat, we had good morning, Coach Charlie, Sally, and Z. Thanks again for sharing your positive garden lovers workout. Energy on this lovely spring day. Peace and blessings from Karen A with a smiley face. And Kathleen said, thanks, Coach Charlie. These exercises will help inside as well, especially in the basement. So when people clean out their basement and do other work for the house, like spring cleaning, it's not just a gardener's workout, it is also a spring cleaning workout.
Yeah, absolutely. A lot of these exercises, a lot of the movements that we use in life, they're easily transferable to everything. Picking up our grandkids, moving the groceries from the trunk, getting from the trunk out of the trunk of a car, these kind of things. So these exercises are very, they apply to everything in life.
Wonderful. I have a private chat asking me if you can just demonstrate the correct way to do a bend. Like people always say bend from your knees, not from like other places. Can you just like visually show us like the difference so that we can look at it? Like we could look at ourselves in a mirror even if we need to and like do some auto correction for ourselves.
That's a very good question. That's a very good point, because people say bend from the knees and it's true. But what happens is when people say bend from the knees, what a lot of people make the mistake of is all of a sudden they start bending from the knees and their hips kind of go back here and they get lost on where to go from here. The way I kind of try to get the point across is you want to hinge from the hips. The knees will take care of themselves. So what I mean is it's almost like it's almost like you're gonna go sit on the toilet, to be quite honest with you. I mean, I just put it like that. You're gonna sit, you're hinging from the knees, you're gonna go sit on a chair, you're hinging from the hips, the knees will start bending themselves. So if you hinge from the hips and you start with that lower back, the knees will begin to bend themselves and you will have a proper back position as opposed to starting from the knees, trying to bend from the knees. Once you bend from the knees, you've already compromised the safety of your kneecaps, because now your kneecaps are past your toes and your hip, your pelvis, the pelvic tilt all of a sudden gets underneath you, and then from here you're kind of lost. Now it's like, where do I go from here? That whole back position is compromised. So what we want to do here is, if you're going to work it out at home, work this position, work this movement, hinging from the hips. So what does that mean? From here, kick the hips back, kick the hips back. Now the progression is kick the hips back and squat a little bit. Kick the hips back and squat. You'll notice that the knees take care of themselves. Kick the hips back, squat, and then try to get as low as you can. Making sure that your butt is out. You're sticking your butt out, and your butt isn't in, and your back isn't arched. So again, hips out, tighten up that lower back, hips out, butt is out, and then you're dropping that butt. You're like looking for the chair back here. And then from here, when you've gotten your weight, so say you've gotten like that, whatever you're looking for, say it's a boulder or if it's a rock, right? You're here, you bent, you hinge at the hips, you sat back, your knees took care of themselves, your back, your butt is out. Now say you've gotten that rock, yeah? This weight, from here, keeping that back locked tight, you push through your legs. And that's how you properly lift with the legs.
Thank you so much for that visual demonstration. The person private chatted me and said it was really helpful to actually visualize, like see you talk it through and do this. Because, a lot of times we're doing things and we're not cognizant of exactly what we're doing, so that we're misaligned. And that's where some of the problems start. Let's say that someone has not been doing this properly and they're getting a little bit of lower back pain. What exercise do you recommend, like, to help strengthen your lower back?
Well, I love the kickbacks. So if the person is able to get on the floor, right, then I love these kickbacks where you're kicking that leg back. Yes. But it's that squeeze at the top. Doing these motions. Doing a lot of those. Maybe 20 per each side. Then also the standing ones. Or we do back and then out. Back, out. Back, out. And when I say out, my leg comes out a little bit 45 degrees and my heel takes my leg in that direction. Yeah. And I feel it right here. And again, if that person is able to get on the floor, laying down, bending the bottom leg, letting your toes drop, the heel. Again, same thing as that out, but standing up, kicking it back at a 45-degree angle. And right away, 3 reps in, I feel it already. I feel it. Boy, oh boy, do I feel it. Oh yeah. That really isolates the lower back muscles. right here, right there, boom. So you guys work on those exercises. Again, let me show you that one for me. If you have lower back pain today and you do these lower back exercises, that will alleviate the lower back pain today, right now. You do 5, 6, 7 reps of this, it'll take care of that pain, I'm telling you. Again, so from this angle, this leg is bent, this is the leg on the floor. I let my toes drop, I kick that leg back, my heel, I bring it 45 degrees up. 45 degrees up. I'm not kicking it back. It's up at 45 degrees. Up at 45 degrees. Up at 45 degrees. Up. You notice my toes are relaxed. My heel is the one bringing my leg to the zone. Up and through the zone. All right. And then obviously, you hit the other side. Up now. 3, 4, 5. Those exercises, I used to suffer from lower back pain. Those exercises strengthened my lower back and allowed me the opportunity, I would say, to really start working out my lower back with other exercises a little bit more strenuous. I was very concerned with my lower back, but I started doing those about 10 years ago and gave me the opportunity to start really doing other stuff because those exercises strengthened my lower back.
Hi, everyone. This is Z from Yonkers Public Library. Thanks so much to Sally Pinto and Alexis and Barbara from Newark. Thank you to our community partners, WJCS, the City of Yonkers Office for the Aging, Westchester County Legislator Ruth Walter, Friends of Crestwood Library, and Yonkers Public Library for making this phenomenal partnership. And we thank each and every one of you for being part of our wellness community. Be well, stay well.